Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Shalom Yamini. Each week, we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find inspiration that will complement your daily life and intensify your connection to God. This week's Parsha Perspective is sponsored in memory of Shlomo ben Edward. May his soul be uplifted and his memory a blessing. This week's Parsha Perspective is also dedicated to the health and well-being of all the Jewish people worldwide. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Mishpatim. Our Parsha begins with Hashem giving the Jewish people 53 new commandments. He gave them the laws regarding the treatment of slaves, personal injury, murder, and the requirements of a person who is a guardian for another's property. The mitzvah to see the Beis Hamikdash 3 times a year, the laws of shemitah, karbanis, sacrifices, and the mitzvah of hashavas aveda. Moshe then tells the Jewish nation what rewards they will receive for keeping Hashem's commandments. There will be no miscarriages. The borders of Eretz Yisrael will be massive, and they will conquer the land without a fight. The Parsha finishes with Hashem sending Moshe Rabbienu back up Har Sinai to study the Torah for 40 days and 40 nights. However, a question comes to mind. Our Parsha also recounts the events leading up to Matan Torah, to the giving of the Torah. As the Pasuk says, Vayikach Sefer Habris, Vayikra Ba'oznei Ha'am, Vayarmu, Kol Asher Diber Hashem Na'aseh V'nishma. And Moshe took the book of the covenant and read it to the Jewish people, and they responded, all that Hashem says we will do, and then we will hear. The Medrash Tanchuma explains that it was because of our statement of Na'aseh V'nishma, we will do and then we will hear, that Hashem gave us the Torah. Because He wanted that we will first do what He wants and then find out why. The Medrash continues that when Hashem offered the Torah to the other nations of the world, they wanted to know what is inside. However, the Jewish nation just said Na'aseh V'nishma. They accepted His laws upon themselves without any hesitation. Why did the Jewish nation take upon themselves something which they had no knowledge about? How did they know that they were even capable of keeping it? The Gemara in Shabbos relates a story that once an Apikaris, a heretic, saw that Rava, who was a great sage in the Gemara, was so immersed in his learning that he did not realize that his hands were bleeding. The heretic said to Rava, "You are from an impulsive nation who gives precedence to your mouths over your ears. Maybe you should first listen, and only if you're able to fulfill the mitzvahs should you accept them. However, if you aren't able to fulfill them, then do not accept them." Rava replied back to him and told him that about us the Pasuk in Mishlei says, the integrity of the righteous will guide them. However, about people like you, the Pasuk ends off, the crookedness of the faithless will destroy them. Rava was trying to explain to this Apikaris that it is, in fact, our complete and total trust in Hashem which separates us from all the other nations of the world. When God took us out of Egypt, He showed the world that we are His nation. But our faith in Him started much earlier than that. It began with our forefathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, answering the call of God when no one else would, demonstrating to the world their conviction and love for Hashem. This unconditional belief in Hashem is what carries us through unspeakable tragedies and hardships. It is what gives us the power and strength to overcome constant troubles and adversities. It is the reason that Hashem chose us from all other nations. In our daily life, it is imperative that we understand that our belief and emunah in Hashem must play an integral role in our everyday life. For our emunah in Hashem allows us not to worry about the matters that are truly not in our control. Instead, focus on what we can accomplish, becoming more successful and prosperous than we thought possible. There's an amazing quote about belief in Hashem. Having emunah means seeing the light with your heart when your eyes only see darkness. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.